You ever notice something change in the way people talk about their lives? It's not that Americans stop dreaming. It's that they stop trusting what comes next. You hear it in how people talk about money, about work, about retirement. People are still trying to do the right things. They save, they show up, they work hard. But underneath all of that, there is this quiet thought. What if I do everything right and it still doesn't work out? That didn't come from one bad headline. It built up over years. So let's start with retirement. Retirement used to sound simple. You work for decades, you slow down, and you finally breathe. Now, for a lot of people, retirement sounds like this. What if I run out of money before I run out of time? Today's survey says more Americans are scared of going broke in retirement than of dying. That tells you a lot about where people's heads are. People are saving earlier. They're more careful than their parents were, but they trust the system less. Retirement doesn't feel like a promise anymore. It feels like a moving target. Part of that is the safety net. Things people used to count on now comes with question marks. Will benefit change again? Will the rules move right before I get there? Will the plan I follow for 20 years still make sense later? Nothing explodes overnight. Instead, doubts just keeps dripping in. So people don't stop planning. They just stop feeling confidence about those plans. That's why you hear more people say, I'll just work longer. Or I'll keep going. On paper, that sounds like a smart backup plan. In real life, it's getting harder. Finding a new job takes longer. Switching careers midlife is tougher. And yes, age still matters in hiring, even if no one's admitted. On top of that, some jobs just don't feel safe anymore. Technology reshapes roles. Some careers go fast, others slowly disappearing. And not everyone has the time and money or energy to retain on command. So even the backup plan starts to feel shaky. Then there is the world of all of this happening. The rules don't stay put. Taxes change, trade rules shift, interest rates jump, then drop, then jump again. This isn't about taking sides. It's about stability. So when businesses don't know what next year looks like, they freeze hiring or pull back. When families don't know what life will cost in 10 years, they delay big decisions. Even when new policies are supposed to help. To the average person, it just feels like the ground keeps moving under their feet. So you can see the result at work. People aren't quitting like they did a few years ago. Not because they love their jobs, because living feels risky. So they stay, they wait, they put off changes they actually want. Not because they're lazy, because they're scared of guessing wrong. Younger workers feel this even earlier. A lot of them are doing the right things. They're saving younger. They track their spending, but they don't feel secure. Career path looks foggy. Ladders don't look like a ladders anymore. And long-term promises from companies don't feel solid. So even if the people checking all these boxes carry this constant low-grade worry, here's the part that really matters. An economy isn't just a numbers on a screen. It runs on confidence. When people don't trust the future, they don't take chances. They move less. They start fewer businesses. And they say maybe later to big decisions. Not because they don't care, but because they're protecting themselves. This isn't about blaming one person or one party. It's about how hard it's become to plan a life when the future feels like it keeps changing shape. An economy can live through bad years. It has before. What's harder to fix is when people stop believing the path forward is dependent at all. That quiet shift is happening right now. And in the next videos on this channel, the goal is simple. Take that feeling and turn it into steps you can control. Thank you for watching.